Okay, so we're gonna go over the perfect binding press, okay? Right now we have our perfect binding press just sitting on the table. What I wanna do is I wanna make sure that we clamp it down. So if your clamps are not on there, you just make sure that this piece here goes into this hole over here. Okay, so we have two of them. We're gonna put them on both sides. And we're just gonna tighten up these wing nuts here. Just make sure it's nice and sturdy. Okay, so a couple things about this press that we are using. This is going to help us perfect bind our books. Okay, over here on the side, you have these wing nuts that tighten up the press. So when you stick your papers in, when you stick your text block in, it's gonna hold it nice and tight. Okay, but I also want you to notice too these little flaps over on the side. This is gonna help us when we fan bind these, okay? So it comes down, and we're going to use that to help us put our glue on so we get a better adhesion. Okay, so I have my text block. What I'm going to put these guys back up. Just going to loosen them up a little bit so I can get my text block in there. Righty tighty, lefty loosey. Okay, so again, spine facing up. Okay, that's the side that we are binding. Okay, so I'm just going to put my text block in there. We've already cut off the edge. Just going to stick that in there. Okay, if you want, you can use a clamp or something like that to help you hold it in place while you do this. So we just want it approximately like 1/2 inch to 1/4 inch sticking out. So pretty much like a finger width, okay? Stick that in there, and then we're just gonna tighten this up. Okay, so we're gonna tighten those. Okay, so I have my text block sticking up out of my press, about a finger's width, okay? Now we're gonna take our glue. I have the glue here. This is the one that we are going to be using. Everything's backwards. I'm sure I put a little bit in this Tupperware container here just so it's easy to get out. Okay, so in order to bring these flaps down, okay, it's a little bit tight right now, so I just want to loosen it slightly and release these flaps. Okay, and just very lightly release those flaps. Bring them down. You notice this edge comes down and we can push our text block so it fans perfectly across our edge. Okay, in order to keep this guy nice and clean, we're just going to put a piece of paper in there. Just a scrap piece of paper again, just to keep the edge clean. Okay, this is going to dry rather quickly, and you don't want to go over this too much. You really want to be quick about this. this, okay? As quick as you can be, you don't wanna be too fussy over it. So we're just gonna take it and we're always going down, okay? This glue is a little bit thick. You wanna try to be, you wanna cover as much as possible, okay? But you don't wanna keep on going back over it. We're gonna actually release it and we're gonna do this again on the other side. If you get any hairs from your brush in there, just take them out. Let's see if you guys can see that. Again, remember, we're going down with our brush. Okay. Again, this glue is really thick, so I probably just add a little bit of water to it. Maybe we'll do that on the next pass. Alright, so we're getting to the end here. Okay. So we've done that side. We're just going to bring this back up. Tighten the little flaps at the side. Okay, if it's too tight, just release it just a little bit. Just loosen it slightly. Okay. Now we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to do it on the other side, okay? So there's the same little flaps on the other side. Again, I'm just going to release the one back here. Tighten it up a little bit. I'm going to release the one over here. Okay, and the same thing. We're just going to put our piece of scrap paper over here. We're going to push down so our book block fans out. I know it's hard to see, but it's the exact same process that we just went through for the other side. Okay, and again, top to bottom. I have a brush hair in here. Okay, again, glue. This stuff dries relatively quickly. Okay, you can actually, I'm going to work from the other side. Push down, again, top to bottom, and you're just going to go over. Okay, and this just gets the glue in all of those places, probably just down a little bit farther to give your book better adhesion than if you were to do it just straight without using the fan binding method. Okay, so after we're done this, we're gonna let it sit for about 10 minutes in the press. Okay, and then we can take it out so that someone else can use it. And then we will go back to the plow and cut the rest of our sides, okay? The paper is just stuck a little bit to this one, so we're just gonna go over that and push it back down again. now that we have that done, we're just gonna remove this piece of paper. We're gonna push our book lock back up. Make sure those flaps are in place, make sure it's nice and tight again. Okay, tighten everything up. Just gonna go back in. Just kind of run my fingers along, kind of clean up any excess glue or anything like that's over there, just squeeze it out a little bit. Okay? And there should be a nice even application. We're just gonna let that sit for a few minutes.